Peace. What's going on, y'all? This is your brother Ascended. Just a quick little touch in, just for the family. Just to let y'all know that we gonna be getting it back in, all the way in. You know what I mean? For the summertime, I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of felt a sense of falling back just a tad bit as it pertains to the information that's disseminated, the platforms in which they are shared and put out there into the public. Because a lot of the times, um, it is just my youthful discernment to feel as if things aren't truly being taken seriously within information that's being given out and put out there into the cyber wavelengths for all access, for all different walks of lives with different agendas, with different perspective lens of that which should be cultivated for the pure means in which I want to disseminate it for, and for a specific set of people of love and harmony that truly want to see things change on planet Earth, and put that information to task, put that knowledge, okay, to the wiser sense of their dome. I put these things forth, with that being the impetus. You dig what I'm saying? For cultivation, but many times it didn't seem like it was really that. It seemed like it was more so a hype, a fad. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's an event to be made out of revolution, out of us really being able to connect these fucking dots and start to move forward as a people. I don't think that's something to be made a mockery out of, to be made a trend out of, to make, like, it's serious out here. People are really seriously losing their lives. People are seriously stressed the fuck out. People are seriously in a paradigm that is unbecoming to their greater half. Okay, people are really suffering out here, especially in this case of black indigenous people are truly suffering out here. Black men, black women, black child. There's seriously things to be remedied and things to be stepped into that are of more upliftment amongst our people. And there's no event about that. There's just the truth and the substance and the application of that substance. Okay, so, you know what I mean? For me, it's very clear cut, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are truly on that wavelength, truly on that wavelength. And I just felt it in a sense of falling back. Because may I tell you this, me, within my zodiacal frequency, my energy, and just the essence of experience of who I am right now in this being, like, I'm not one for unappreciation. I don't like people who don't have gratitude for certain things. Like, for me, it baffles and boils my blood that we could have ancestors, beings that came forth, scholars that came forth with prolific information, that of which I've said and that I've added on to, or that has already been touched on when you're talking about the melanin, like when you're talking about, you know what I mean, the institutionalized forms of racism, white supremacy broken down to a T, to a genetic level, to a scale. When you have all these bright, intelligent minds come forth and bring forth pertinent information, but it's still not enough to activate people's action into what they need to do on planet Earth. It's like the youth, we look at it from at least me, in my youthful lens, I look at it from a perspective of like, nigga, I ain't gonna go down that same retarded path of going on a downward spiral just to be made a mockery out of something that is supposed to be used as a solution. Revolution is supposed to empower you, supposed to inspire you to go out there and make a change. And even if it's not going out there and making a change, you on the block pulling out pamphlets and giving out, or giving out pamphlets and giving out, all these different forms of edification. Even if you're not doing on that physical level, at least on an internal scale, at least making sure that you're getting yourself right, you're getting your mind right, you're getting your spirit right, you're getting your body right. You're applying the things that could be which are the base foundation to all this thing even really being able to get a kickstart in the first place, is us having our right mind back. That's something that you could do on your own scale. You don't need a book. You don't need $6,000 $1,000 worth of books. You know what I mean? You don't need any other external validation for you to start taking heed into what you need to take care of. You know what I mean? I don't want to be here, it's a budget thing. Like, we done showed you all that. How to get a budget under $20. I ain't the richest man in the world. Like, don't play with me. Trust me, I'm out here. I have the wealth in spirit and soul. Not in all this monetary gain. I do what I do, and I gain how I gain. Most of my funds personally goes towards family endeavors. I have a single mother that I care to put most of that money towards. It doesn't go into all this material things, cars, clothes, and all that stuff. That's not my paradigm personally. You know what I mean? I have different responsibilities that I feel it necessity at the very least to be able to attribute to my family tribe. You dig what I'm saying? Until I start to elevate, and I'm on my own journey, my own growth. You see what I'm saying? But like, we really got to start tapping into these informations as they're given out. People out here just trying to have conversation, have, you know, psychological banter online, going back and forth in comic sections without actually coming to a conclusions. You just see in-house chaos, which is silly. Like, it's crazy. So I felt like falling back for a little bit, but one thing I definitely learned is that a lot of times the most silent are your deepest supporters. You know, the people who support you are the ones who are always in the mainstream, the main front. They just support you like in the truest of ways from the shadows. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, that's normally the essence. But you know, some of them step forward, but more times the people who really take heed, like, you know, me kind of falling back. You know, there's a lot of people that come to me and they just hit me up in the inbox or just call me up or text me up and be like, yo, I need help on this, da da da. Like, I haven't really seen too much of real information. Like, y'all see me go on live every now and then, whatever, playing around with it. But I'm sure you could kind of sense that hesitance to really go into deeper information. Because in my mind, it's like if the people who I'm trying to influence aren't going to utilize it, but bad people will utilize it who have bad agendas and bad intentions, and all they're going to use is for negative means, the new waves of information that the youth are bringing forth. I'm a part of that charge of youthful rationale that is diffused through the magnetism of what the sun is emitting, and new informations of wavelength that is diffused through activated forms of melanin. They will use this information for negative means. Say, oh, that's a good mindset to have. Oh, that's a really good idea. And if the very indigenous peoples who I'm trying to influence and spark new incentive into their lifestyle don't want to take heed to it, they don't appreciate the information, why would I just put it on a platter for somebody else who will use it for a negative means to say, oh, that's a new psychology, to go ahead and utilize all the white privileged infrastructures that I've had set up to being able to actually apply that very idea in a certain way. They will never get it to the source. This is why they fail every single time. This is why they can't truly stop us, because they can't tap into the source, right? It's like if I created popsicle sticks, wife it at I'll use that. If I created the shirt, right? Okay. Even if you stole the design, I could create another shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could recreate, and I could re-spew, because the source is infinite. There's no limitation to the source. And a lot of people don't truly feel that way. Even the Black Revolution, white, like, people don't really feel that way. Because if you felt like that, you wouldn't be worried about the things that you're worried about. Oh, he can't be made. Like, I just make a new one. Like, it don't matter. You still have your sentiments deployed of what you feel is yours. Yes, whatever. But still, in the interim, you gonna know creators create. That's all we do. Love is love. Hate is hate. You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you evil motherfucker, you gonna be evil, even if you trying to be good. If you good and you trying to be evil, you gonna be good anyway. You out here trying to rob and catch a lick with your homies or whatever, you on the block, whatever, but you know all you care about is doing good in the world. That's gonna come to the surface sooner or later. Vice versa. You out here plotting and scheming, but smiling and jiving in front of people, but that evil gonna come to the surface. Don't matter. People are who they are. That's why I just say off the bat, I'm gonna be who I am. If you love it, you love it. If you don't, fuck on. Even if I could say something like that, fucking people like, oh my god, that's so mean. But you still feel the love in my heart, because I can't change that. I've tried to be a little bit more aggressive. Like, you know what? People ain't gonna take my kindness for weakness no more. You know, we all been in our emotions like that. But I'm a kind-hearted person, and I know who I got backing me up, call my ancestors, these unseen things that are very, very, very powerful. So you can try me if you want to, but I know what's going on out here. And yeah, whatever. This is not that video, but you know, just saying, we gotta be wiser, and we gotta start to be the riser, wise up and riser. But we gonna get it in. I'm definitely not gonna leave the true beings who definitely take these seeds that are planted and use it for proper substance. I ain't gonna leave you out there to fend like that. You dig what I'm saying? If I have anything that could be of influence, which clearly it can be in many instances, maybe even in the simplest forms. So we definitely gonna get it in. Solar maximums is coming around the corner. These solar energies, these flares are popping off in the universe right now. Literally, the solar coronal holes and just emissions of energies is really flaring right now. So it's moving through me. I'm just applying it in my life. That's how I do. I don't fall back and say the hell with consciousness, because the information is still real and pertinent, even if you share it or not. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that I'm new to this, or a lot of beings in you. Like, some of us are just about applying the shit, because we're not talking all the time about the shit, but we're actually doing it. This is how convoluted our consciousness has become, to where the people could be doing it right in front of your face, but because we're not going viral with videos and putting up videos every 2 seconds, every single day, bantering and philosophically spewing and vomiting all types of information, you'll be like, oh, so when you become conscious, nigga, consciousness is being played out right before your eyes, but you're so used to the idea of it just being spurred instead of the action of it being applied, you don't see that, which is funny to me. Which goes in the concepts of how we look at our brothers and sisters who aren't conscious. They're doing very conscious things. They're just not consciously aware of what they're doing and how they're doing it and how powerful it actually is.